what it is, everybody. Want to welcome y'all back to yet another episode of Say That Again. And I'm your boy AG, joined with my man KG the Kid. What's going on with the cowboy hat today, bro? What's going on with it? I liking it.
Howdy.
Howdy do?
Yes, sir. It's rodeo season here in Houston, Texas, baby. So this how we do barbecue grills, barbecue cook-off. My man 50 performed last night. He shut it down. The building was electric. It was fire.
50?
So the city, 50 Cent, baby.
In 24?
In 24.
50 Cent shut it down on March of 24.
Find me in the club. Bottle full of bug.
I got don't bring me back to 03.
I know. Back in the day, man, music was so much better. But yeah, it's rodeo season. I got my cowboy hat on. I'll be wearing my cowboy hat. Yeah, I'll be wearing my cowboy. Be wearing my cowboy hat to all of.
I don't even own a cowboy hat. I don't even, never had one. I ain't never sported one. I guess that's for real. That's a Texas thing, huh? That's a Texas thing.
Well, you know me. I'm a guy who supports every culture, right? So I'm cool with it. So I rock it just for a few weeks, 3-4 weeks. Houston has taken me in, has taken my family in, so I gotta support, just like they support the Louisiana family in New Orleans and stuff. I support them when it's time to support them. Matter of fact, gotta go to my man. I gotta go to Trill Burger. It's gonna be real. I haven't been to Trill Burgers yet. Bun B.
My man Bun?
He has this.
I figured Trill Burger. Yeah. Got a little thing going on over there.
Correct. Yeah, you gotta check it out, man. Maybe when you get a chance, man, you gotta check it out in a few weeks. We'll go to Trill Burger, but it's always busy, so it'd be pretty busy. So, but yeah. Anyways, man, we have a jam-packed show for y'all today, so don't want to get too much sidetrack. Today's show is gonna be electric, so stay tuned for the whole episode. Please hit that subscribe, that like button. If you like the episode, please send a comment. Like I say, please send your comments to get a free merchandise, free gear. I'll say it again, podcast. Please like and subscribe once again so we can keep providing y'all great content. This is what we want to keep doing. Like I said, we the podcast that's going to keep it real 100%. We different. I hope people been seeing that. But as we keep going on, it's going to reveal how much different we are and how authentic we are as well. So let's get the show going, man.
Let's get it going. I'm excited. I'm already. See, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the back of Club Shay Shay already.
Hey, shout out Club Shay Shay.
Shout out.
I love the last interview he did this past week. It was a really good episode. The last few ones have been good. Johnny Manziel, that was great. So he's been doing his thing. I aspire to be like Club Shay Shay's. No competition. It's all learning and it's all learning.
Oh yeah.
People like to always go to competition.
What I appreciate about it though is just the open atmosphere conversation. You know what I mean? He got a few questions that he want to get about him. I get that. We always gonna have that when you're on that. But yeah, mostly overall, Club Shay Shay environment is just that loose environment. That's what we trying to bring to it out that cancel culture, and we trying to bring that understanding culture. It's if you got something you need to say that again for the people in the back so they can hear that again. Bring that on over here. That's what we want. That's what we trying.
Absolutely.
So what you got for us first, though? What you got for us first? I see this is some exciting stuff.
Well, some interesting news. I thought that was very interesting. It says from this report, Iran has claimed ownership over Antarctica and plans to build a military operation in the South Pole.
I did see something like that.
Mm-hmm. Look at that, man. What in the world?
A military base. Straight up. That's what that's finna be. That's what you got to start off with first before you already got civilization for the most part. It's the same planet. You know what I mean? So you ain't worried about we ain't going to Mars or nothing like that first. You know what I'm saying? So, the first things first, you want to establish a foothold in that place. You going straight military first. And that's what the Iranian Navy, that's what they doing. Straight up. They taking over military first. They're going to claim ownership, be the first ones over there with weapons, guns, weapons of mass destruction, just like George Bush said back in the day. That's what they bring in, you know. And first, that's it. If they're gonna be the first ones over there, which, you know, again, no expert on the topic, but from my understanding, like there's some type of mutual like treaty or agreement. Like Antarctica ain't to be militarized. Like it's supposed to be, leave it a barren wasteland. The only thing you really supposed to bring over there is science and research and the study of the earth from that point, the South Pole, you know, whatever. But it is not to be militarized. It is not to be lived in, habitated, or anything for a long period of time. And Iran's apparently saying, you know, to hell with that. Straight up, we going in. That's what we want. We gonna be the first ones. Who's gonna stop us? Who gonna stop us?
Yeah, I find it very, very interesting. Just very interesting. It's something to keep. Reason why I bring it up, because it's something to just keep our eyes on. I'm not sure where it's gonna go. I'm not too versed on it, but we need to keep our eye on this particular situation. In regards,
it's definitely blatant disregard. I mean, you know, when you got, you know, it's just an agreement of a free space that's unoccupied for real. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, if I do decide to just break my word, who's gonna stop me? Ain't nothing there to stop me. So that's weird. That's odd. So we're gonna see.
It's gonna be very interesting. Gonna be very interesting to see what the world's gonna do. Right? It's gonna be very, very interesting. So, like I say, that just kind of it brought me on that weird type of conversation. I don't know if you just watched the last Joe Rogan and Cat Williams experience. I don't know if you was able to check that out, but something that was
boy Joe. Shout out Joe too.
Oh yeah, great episode. A different type of episode.
Different type.
But what stood out to me was, if you notice, when Cat was like, there's no way they built those pyramids by hand and moved that stone. So he was saying there had to be some type of machinery then. We think there wasn't, but there had to be some type of machinery in order to build that. And if that wasn't no type of machinery, the higher power just put it there, you know, the pyramids. Because there ain't no way men built those pyramids the way they built it. Based on a lot of facts, it had to be advanced machinery. So the stuff we discovering now is just because he said Elon Musk, he goes there to get his information to build this new technology and this new Tesla, you know, and this Tesla technology, he goes there to get it. So were they using this technology back in the day? Did they have it already? Obviously, we already know it's here, but was it there? You know, how did they build that stuff, man? That was very interesting to me.
I feel like, you know, from the history and the knowledge of what I could look up or whatever, to me, it's one of those things where, like, in the times that they were built, you know, with the slavery thing going on and everything, it's no secret. It's just that you don't underestimate 10,000 people manpower and what they can do with a pulley system. And we was innovative. It might not have had a machine. Machines today make things easier, but think of the hard manual labor and the amount of people it might have took. They had that back then. And I've seen some videos, evident videos of how more easily, again, I ain't gonna say easy by any standards, but more easily than you would think, to move a vast concrete stone. How you can put it on a smaller rock and use it to rotate that much easier. How the lifting and the angle of which you push down on it and push up, it just alleviates a third of the weight to push it up. Again, not saying that, a 25,000 pound rock, you take a third of the weight off, still weighs 18,000 pounds. But when you got 10,000 guys pushing on it, that's something different. So again, it's touchy, because when you think about stuff like that, it's tough. It's tough to realize. And then here's one fact that I like to sit on that alleviates their way. again, I'm a firm believer. Egyptians built the pyramids, man built it. It is what it is. It's just something that at that time was that big of an accomplishment. The main thing that gets me is those were the tallest things we had ever built. And from that point on, the next tallest thing that broke the record of that, I believe, was the Empire State Building. So as long ago as the pyramids was built, as long ago as the motherfuckers was built, the next thing that we built that high to break the record wasn't until the Empire State Building. So that's kind of like, hey, because you know how humans are in nature. When we accomplish something, we quick to want to try to outdo that one.
Correct.
So if we build something X tall, we always want to build something here soon will break the record of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. That buildings, that'll be broken. At one point in time, it'll be broken. We will build things taller than that. But will it be tens of thousands of years from now? That probably not. It might be 50 years from now, but it won't be tens of thousands. So that's the main thing. If we built something that big, why we didn't build any more? Why didn't we build anything taller than that subsequently? That's one thing I sit on. So that's tough. It's tough.
That's always the great question, but who knows, right? So moving right along, but before we move right along, y'all please check out that Joe Rogan Cat Williams experience on the Joe Rogan podcast. It's about 3 hours long, so it's a nice little watch, but it's nothing like watching Titanic or one of those long movies. It's a great conversation,
break it up.
An interesting conversation. Break it up, like my man just said. So, but you know me, when I see something that's very interesting, I have to share it. So I saw something, and I want you to check this out. It's exposing, right? So I want you to check this out. Let me know what you think.
Very exposing.
Get off that nigga. Get off.
Boyfriend caught his girl cheating, get bust down in broad daylight. Said, served the tacos of Feliz. Oh damn.
Yo, just get off that nigga right now. Get off that nigga right now. Just get off of him, Elizabeth. Get up. No. Why the fuck you cheating on me? This your shit? This your shit? Why are you cheating on me? Answer the question.
Michael.
Answer the question. Why not? Answer the question. Why are you cheating on me?
I don't fucking love you. Can you just leave?
Just get off that nigga. Get off that nigga. Get off that nigga. I've been kissing you. You've been sucking on other nigga fucking dick. You've been sucking on the fucking.
First off, you can't help but feel a little empathy for my man. I mean, I feel bad straight up. He had to catch his chick and act like that. But bro, I try to any man listening, bro. Any man listening, pray on everything you never in that situation. Any man ever in that situation. But if you is, go. Just go.
That's
no need to record it. Don't even sit there and yell at your girl, ask her why she doing that. You're not going to get the answers you want and need to hear, bro. It's tough. It's a situation of when emotions are high, logic is low. Like you said before, his emotions was a roller coaster right there on another level. The type of emotions you don't, that matches any level of emotions a man can feel. And it's hard because you got to have that discipline for that situation, and you just gotta go, because all that sitting there asking these questions, telling her to get off of him. Do you plan on keeping her? So if you is, then brother, we need to talk. Like, and if you're not, then don't worry about it if she gets off of him. Just let her be. Then just go. And asking why you cheating on me at that moment, why, the video's not 100% clear, but assuming like she had a top off, covering herself. Like, I don't, so you're not going to get the satisfaction of answers and what you need at the moment. You just lashing out. I don't want to say he's enjoying it, but he wanted to lash out. That's why the camera came out. That's why all that happened. And he's trying to get, asking questions to get answers in the heat of the moment where you straight busted at that moment. That's not going to get you what you need. So I know for me, if that level of bad was to ever happen to me, I'm gone straight up. I see it with my eyes. I got the confirmation. Bam, gone. See your piece. Obviously, she's got some thinking to do. What's going to be on her mind, all the things that went through. Because if you notice what I think I caught, if I think I heard this correctly, after he done asked her like 5 or 6 times towards the end of the video, she just basically said, I don't love you anymore. You need to go. Like, now you pissing her off. As weird as it may fucking sound. Now you pissing her off. And that's when the rawness came out. And she's just like, because I don't love you no more, go. Whereas, again, bro, if you plan on keeping her, you ruining your chances anyway. So if you plan on keeping her, you should have just went and let her realize the wrong she did. If you don't plan on keeping her, leave, because that's the best action for you anyway. But sorry for Broham having to witness that, but that's my take on a bad situation like that.
Yeah, man. That's very tough.
Very tough.
Most of us in this world have been in that situation. And as a man, I would tell him, a lot of people feel like things are yours. Like my man Floyd Mayweather say, if you think your wife a trophy, what does a trophy do? Sit at home on a shelf. Leave, and if you keep talking about his girl, that wasn't your girl, wasn't your wife. I tell anybody this to this day. If y'all ain't married, then y'all both single. That's just my opinion. Law says it, government says it, the heart says it. If you believe in God, it says it. If you ain't married, y'all, she's single and you single. So if you love her that much, if you care about him that much, then go ahead and start that process. Until then, it ain't yours. You can say it's yours. The problem with today's kids is, actually not today's kids, but today's society, people treat boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever you want to call it too seriously. You can ask my wife right now. When we met, I never asked her to be my girlfriend, because a real man don't do that. That's for kids.
Facts.
That's young people stuff.
I ain't never in my life asked a girl to be my girlfriend.
If you still 30 years old talking about, oh, this dude ain't asked me to be his girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever it may be. Nah, if a dude really care about you, you mine.
It's unsaid. It's unsaid.
It's unsaid.
Yeah. What's understood ain't got to be said.
They got to be explained. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got to be said like you just said. So I would say in that situation, he needed a friend to tell him, don't let that go. If she's already naked and another dude knocking that down, let it go, man. The one thing in this world, what people have to understand, this is why I never understand why dudes sleep with their girls, dudes sleep with their friends' girls, or girls sleep with their friends' man, or however you want to say it. I don't understand that. You know why? It's so many other people in this world to just be worrying about that one. Like if you really understood, it's so many. I'm not saying that one person can't be special, but what I'm saying is, if you already got that person, it's too many. It's 10 other chicks that I could mess with instead of messing with my homeboys or my brothers or somebody who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think about that, people. It's too many other to be worried about, to be trying to mess with somebody, quote unquote, somebody else. It's like, think about it like that. Like it's so much other women in the world.
Yeah.
And I would say maybe I need to start something for men who go through this type of stuff too, because I think a lot of times we like to highlight men cheating and stuff, but women cheat as well. Everybody cheat. And we need to have because a lot of people don't understand, when a man finds out that a woman is cheating, it ends up a lot more disastrous than when a female, because that man could, they don't know how to act all the time. And we really, for some men who don't know how to control their emotions, that's how deaths happen. Wars have started over women. Not too many wars have started from a man cheating. You know, more wars have started from women cheating with the other person. So we have to keep that in mind. Not saying that any of it's good, don't get by any stretch of the imagination, but we need to start something for guys who go through this, who go getting cheated on, who go through experiencing this situation, to educate them. Hey, you need to set yourself up in a better situation. And if another dude doing it, let it go. It ain't yours. Because if it was yours, if she my thing about it like this, if she was the woman that you wanted and the woman of your dreams, and vice versa for women, she wouldn't be doing that. She would have been a little bit more discreet. But bro, if you find your chick, if you find your chick in the back of a car,
in the back of an Acura,
and broad daylight, that's not even worth it. That's I don't want to use the word because I don't want to be disrespectful, but that's one of them. So as men, when you see a woman is that, let her go. It ain't for you. It ain't worth it. Yes, it hurts, but it ain't for you, bro. And the same thing for women. If that was your man and you saw him doing that, let him go. Like, people have to learn to let something go. Because if you're like, oh, I've been with him for 3-4 years, then you won't spend 3-4 more years in the same situation? I never understood that. So if you homeless and you trying to get a job, or you stand with your parents or whatever, you trying to get a job or stand in a shitty apartment, you want to stay in that apartment and not, as you get promotions, you gonna stay there? Nah, you gonna move. You gonna move up.
Or, I mean, look.
Talk to me, man.
We've mentioned this. I'm gonna bring up something with the Ray Rice thing. We visualists. We knew exactly what happened and gave him 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. I don't remember what it was. I ain't even gonna break down the Ray Rice point. I'm gonna bring it back home in a second. They got a couple games. The video came out. The man, I don't think, ever played it down in the NFL again. Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. You get told, or you get evidence, text message evidence or phone call evidence or something that your girl cheated on you. It hurts. It hurts. And you might can work it out because you heard it. You know it. It's a fact. It happened. But again, you just know about it as information. But you actually caught the moment where your chick naked, getting it. There's no, that image is burned in your head as a man. You stay there with, just like what you said, what the next 2 or 3 years gonna be like. It don't even matter what 2, 3 years, what the next anything gonna be like. You always gonna remember that you walked in on your woman getting pounded by another man at some point in time. You know, like I said, if y'all both got dirt, it is one thing. It information that both of y'all can argue with and put it past y'all. Most relationships got shit that is worth arguing about, but y'all bury it or willing to work past it to get past. That ain't one of them. Especially not the walking in. So with that image, we visualists, as a man, you seen that and you still willing to stay? I can't condone that, bro. I really can't get down with getting the factual evidence for either side. I guess, you know, we all who we are. This is why we want to open up these conversations and bring this in from the outside. Have these talks with other guys, see what they think. Have them with females from her point of view of thinking and stuff like that. But from my point of view, knowing that a woman or a man would be satisfied with something else too at the same time, just be single. Don't hold nothing down. Make that clear from the get-go. Then I feel like you just exactly to the point you alluded to. I have no obligations to anybody. I could be single. I'm just answering to myself. But if you actually going to commit to somebody, I'm not saying that you should put too much into it, but if you're going to commit to somebody as a boyfriend or girlfriend, have that respect to know we exclusive right now. I'm not touching anybody else. And that's it. But if you got the hard evidence and walk in, it's a wrap and a half, boy. It's like Saran.
Listen, people, it's too many penises out there. It's too many vaginas out there for you to just be worried about that one who don't want you. I'm gonna be honest, and like I tell men, pleasure is can be from anything. Like we see women with women, so you walking around think you got the best whatever you want. Oh, I got the best.
Oh,
whatever.
it's you know what I'm saying? What it's gonna change? It's gonna change your life. Pussy like sunshine. You know what I'm saying? Pussy so good, you throw it in there, turn into sunshine.
You think you got the best whatever, male or female. A person can be pleasured by anybody. A woman, like you see women being with women and marrying women. So it ain't about that. Let's get that one thing straight. Like, yeah, it's about that when you're young. But as you get older and mature, stuff start to change. And we have to think about that. It's not always just that singular thing. And never think that, oh, you the best. There's always, it's not about somebody being better, but there's always somebody else. Remember that.
And that's the sad part about, like you said, with being the boyfriend girlfriend part. You technically single because you have no obligations.
You have no obligations.
And most people, sad to say, if you only in the boyfriend and girlfriend stage, not all, there's always exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, if something better comes along before you've made that commitment, they usually run with it. Men, same thing with women. Now, I mean, I know a lot of the times your main chick might be the one you think holds you, which is going to be hard because I'm still talking about the boyfriend-girlfriend phase here, not about cheating husbands. Cheating husbands know they got something solid at home. They just want that sexual escapade on the side, the flirtiness, what the new relationship type brings. But they got something solid at home and they don't want to lose that. Boyfriend and girlfriend, if something better comes along and they smashing that, they might run with that as the new boyfriend and girlfriend. And it's a whole new audition. You back to square one. And you got left in the dust. Sir. Just like old buddy did.
Well, one thing I always found funny before we get off this topic is, you know, the person has somebody and they cheating with you. And then you think when they get with you, the same thing gonna happen to you. The problem with people is we always think it's not gonna happen to me. That's what a lot of people feel. I learned a long time ago. Hey, I've always been a confident guy, and I'll always be confident. But I would never be so naive to think that it couldn't happen to me. Facts. And it doesn't. I always tell people that it can happen to anybody.
Yes.
And just remember that. So, go ahead.
And what I was gonna say, what I learned too was, like I said, that with the video, that has never happened. But we all men, and we have all been, especially older men, been in relationships, have been done dirty, whatever, to extent of any level. We could argue that. But as a man, personal experience, what I've learned is, if you took a chick from a dude because you was the better option, you better be ready if another dude take her from you. So what I'm saying is, if you find a chick single, she got no man, you got no woman, you got to find out. But she could morally be one of the women that can't be taken. Again, if she finds something better, she might respectfully just move on and say, hey, I'm leaving you. We've run our course. I like this guy. That's cool. But if you met a chick and she with a guy, and you slowly became the better option, and you as the man, as in this role, knowing that you are slowly draining this chick from her man so she can come to you, you actively playing that role, be ready to play the reverse side of that, because there will be something that's going to slowly suck her from you. She got to get away from you. She in a relationship with you. She can't just drop and leave tomorrow. She could, but that'd be crazy and absurd. She got to slowly... men and women, but you got to slowly get away from them and detach yourself. Learn that, be ready for the other side. Don't be naive, like you said. It can happen to you.
Exactly. And that's the whole thing. That's what I hate about people. Like, if they doing that to you, what makes you think that should be your indication right now? I don't want to be with this person because this person has no respect for the person that they with. Now, if they say, hey, if she say, hey, right now I've always respected, hey, I got a man right now. Maybe down the road, If something happened, and maybe 6 months to a year they break up, and we make her rekindle, or maybe we could talk, and maybe she's available. I respect the woman, all man in that realm, than whether somebody doing that, because that goes to show you that, you know, that's not a person you could trust. And I value loyalty and trust over love any day, right? Because you can not love somebody tomorrow, you can not like them today, and have your mind change tomorrow. But if somebody has loyalty and trust, then you all good. You know what I'm saying? So I tell men and I tell women, find a man and a woman who you can trust and has loyalty to you. That way, if they are gonna cheat, or if they do have those feelings, they'll be like, hey, this ain't working out, I want to go elsewhere. And you can't do nothing but respect that. And that's that on that one.
Yeah. Especially when you're grown and mature, you could understand. You know, here's the thing, lastly, on this topic, is understanding what is mature and what is just hard to deal with in the right way versus somebody escaping, trying to have to deal with the hardships of doing it the right way. So that's it to that point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And a relationship topic is a topic that's going to go on forever, and we'll cover it a lot more. But on some funny stuff, because I got some, you know, on some, even though that was a little bit funny, but on some other type of news, there's, if you ever seen, now you can get the alcohol delivered to you.
Yes.
And to me,
which
if
I've been waiting to come into my area.
Oh yeah, you stay, yeah, man. Sorry,
on the boonies, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got that every day, you know. But it is what it is, though. That's why we stock up when we can.
But you know, one thing I always hated in life, I always hated people who love their job too much. Like, I understand you could love your job, but I'm talking about those people who just love their job. Like, if they work for
who love their 9 to 5 too much. Not an entrepreneur. You talking about somebody who love their 9 to 5 too much.
Yeah, correct.
Gotcha.
Somebody who worked for McDonald's, and if they see you taking an extra pack of ketchup and they not like the store owner of the McDonald's, they losing their mind, like it's gonna affect them. Like, oh my God, like you can't do this. People who love their job too much, who cared about stuff that they don't need to care about, always bother me. Like the store was giving them an extra $1,000 or some stock. You know what I'm saying? But check this video out of this lady who I believe is trying to police for no reason. Because to me, if I'm getting alcohol, like, how do you know? I'm not driving or anything. I'm getting alcohol delivered to my house. How do you know if I should receive it or have too much? So I want your thoughts on what would you do in this situation. Check it out.
I mean, you look like you've been drinking. Yeah.
What you mean?
That's all I can tell you.
Fuck on that shit.
Alright, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you do that.
Just letting you know you're not allowed to do that.
Fuck wrong with you?
I mean, you look like you've been drinking, so. Yeah.
What you mean?
That's all I can tell you.
Fuck on that shit.
Alright, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you do that.
Just letting you know you're not allowed to do that.
Fuck wrong with you?
Hold on.
I mean,
You want to see it again?
Nah, I mean, I get it. I know. I already know.
Right. So you saw what happened. So she comes to deliver alcohol and then says, "It looks like you've been drinking too much. I'm at home. Who gives a shit? Who cares if I've been drinking too much? You bringing me my alcohol. It's a service. You a DoorDash driver. Like, who? If I'm doing DoorDash, I'm dropping some alcohol off at somebody's house. I'm dropping it off and I'm dipping. I'm out.
That's it. Simple as that. Go. That's it. That's your shit. You ordered it. I'm gone.
Would you call this a Karen?
Oh, a Karen. That boy. Oh, you look up Karen in the dictionary. There should be a picture of that chick updated every so often. They should 6 month update that, and she should be the running Karen. That is a Karen and a half. That is the definition of a Karen. That is the actual definition. A person specifically, no, not specifically, usually a woman with blonde hair who feels like she's the authority on the situation In this case, all she had to do was drop that bottle off, get in a vehicle, and move on. But now all of a sudden she wants to play detective and judge whether or not somebody's BAC is too high to get alcohol delivered to him at the house so we can continue this party going at the house safely. You know, like, I don't know. It's just, first off, all right, but let me address something afterwards. Now. I also ain't snatching the bottle like that. Not me. Like, what? I'd be dumbfounded in the situation.
So you don't agree with the snatching of the bottle?
No. Don't snatch the bottle. Don't snatch the bottle.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
But it's you paid for it already. Because when you get something delivered, you've already prepaid for it. So technically, it's your bottle.
Correct.
So why can't? So, but who are you to? Okay, so who is she to tell them you can't get what I ordered when I paid for it?
Who is she?
Remember,
nobody. Karen told you. But forcefully trying to snatch that bitch out that specific, it ain't work. I don't give a fuck. I guess I ain't a conflict person. I ain't trying to have that. If I'd have seen an opportunity to say, maybe that's what he did. Maybe he saw the opportunity to snag that bitch, get in the hand. I'm not snatching it like that though, bro. I let it get in the car and drive off and contact whoever the fuck. You an experienced person with Uber and all that stuff like that. How hard is it if somebody delivers food to the wrong house? If you have a similar situation where you just ultimately don't get what you ordered, is it hard to get a refund or turn around and get another one quickly? Is it hard?
Well, remember,
I don't know.
It takes 7 to 10. They can charge your car right now, but it takes 7 to 10 days to get that money back. You know how it works. If you go to the store right now and you buy some on your debit or credit card, well, the credit card it come back faster. But if you buy some on your debit card and they charge you, the fact that it'll show charge and you bring it back the same day, since it's still processing, it take a few business days to process, and once it processes, they have to reverse it, right? So you're looking at 4 business days before it come back, before your money can actually be available to you. So if you spent $100 on something, you could go spend $1,000 on something, and you say, I don't want this return, and they charge you, or you got to wait. That's a fact. They're not going to see you that credit right away.
That's a $1,000 bottle, though? I'm snatching that bitch. Straight up. I'm just letting you know. $1,000 bottle? But yeah, I agree with my man 100%. If she only brought him a bottle of PJ Paul Masson, I'm just let that slide.
I don't think it was a $1,000 bottle, but what I do believe is if he orders again, either they got to give him a credit, and then he has to wait another hour, and then he doesn't want to drive because he's probably already been drinking. Yeah. So, and I don't know if they have a policy, DoorDash. I'm not 100% sure, but I saw in the comments. I'm not sure if they have a policy like the bar, whereas if you think somebody's too messed up, you can deliver it to their house. But that same person can go to Specs or an alcohol store and buy $2,000 worth of booze, or $10,000 worth of booze, and still have it at their house. So I don't know if they have that policy where if that person looks too messed up, you can't give it to them. Like at the bar, if the bartender sees somebody too wasted, and they keep serving them, and then they drive and get in the accident.
Anytime you at the bar, you know you remote. You know somebody when the bar closes, somebody will have to escort this person themselves, whether they drive or get a ride. But the point I was getting at with the snatching was, now she did what she did, that she got an assault case against his ass because he tried to snatch and all that shit. Like, that's just a fine line I ain't trying to dangle on.
Well, I don't think so. I don't think, me personally, the only way I would have an issue if he snatched it is if he had to pay her the cash and he wasn't giving it to her. An example would be like if I'm selling something at a stand and somebody asks me, okay, you know, we supposed to be exchanging the money, and you have the bottle, and you like, okay, well, give me the money first, and I'm like, well, give me the bottle first, and I snatch the bottle and go inside, and you never get your money. I think that's wrong. You get what I'm saying? But if I've already paid for something and it's mine, I should be able to snatch it if you're not giving it to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, for instance, it's like if I leave my car somewhere, right, and I go to get my car, then you saying I can't leave, I'ma leave. It's my car. I'm getting in my car. You say, oh, you can't get in your car. You crazy? So I would, if he paid for that bottle and she's supposed to be delivering that bottle, I think he has every right to take his bottle. I just do.
I can see that. I can see that.
What I have snatched it, probably not. But if I had a few drinks, I don't know.
Touche on that one too.
Like if I'm 22 years old and I got people in the house and we partying and we need that bottle, I'm snatching that bottle. But if I'm a grown married man, I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm probably gonna handle it a different way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's a lot of. But I still will be pissed. But like I say, it also depends. But to me, it's his. I paid for it. Give me what I paid for. Like,
facts.
Just give me what I paid for. And if I see what I paid for, you have it. Then you ain't supposed to be telling me you ain't. She's not a bartender.
Hell, the real question is why she didn't give it to him.
Because she
said
he
had too much to drink.
Yeah, she said you look like you had too much to drink. I'm not giving it to you.
Like,
why does it?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm at home. I'm at home.
That's why I had you deliver it. That's the whole. I'd have been like, I had something to drink. What you telling me I can't have this? But like, I don't know. That's crazy. That's why I said that's the definition of a Karen. That's the epitome of a Karen. Straight up, 100%. Especially in that situation. There ain't no way she should have thought that she was the authority to tell another grown person that he has had too much to drink at his own house.
That is correct. So
yeah, that's crazy.
I thought I found that very intriguing, but it's a lot that goes on to that. I would love to see if she called the police. If the police, if the police come, what do you say as I want to know what's the law. Maybe somebody they may know it. But if she called the law and said he took this bottle from me, if the law goes to his house and he paid for the bottle, who's in the wrong?
It's not in this case, I don't think it would be the fact that he took the bottle in possession. She'd probably be like, he hurt me in the process. He snatched the bottle and now my arm hurt or something.
I see.
Because again, to your point, he can't get in trouble for snatching something he paid for and has a receipt and paid a sales tax on. It is his. So you can't be mad that he took his property back. So there shouldn't be no harm in that. She's going to be like, oh, he snatched it. He hit me with it. You know what I'm saying? When he pulled it out, it hit my shoulder. It hurt.
The question is, and if somebody take my property and they drive off, could I then follow them and take my property back?
I think no, because then you might be borderline vigilante.
If you take my phone and I run after you to get my phone, can I do that? It's mine though. But you're right. I don't think you could do that. You might be right. I don't think you could.
Because here's the thing: it all boils down to how he goes down. You chase that motherfucker down, you catch him, and you convince him to giving your phone back. No harm, no foul. There's no law against that. But let's say, for instance, you beat his ass, and
you can't beat them up to get your property back. You beat the shit
out of him and get your property back, and be.
That's very, very interesting. That is very interesting.
We've come a long way, haven't we? We've come a long way.
Yeah.
There'd have been a point in time where nobody would have batted an eye if that would have happened. If somebody would have deliberately stole your shit and you went and tracked them down and had to use force to take it back and you got it back, nobody would have batted an eye.
And nobody should bat an eye because that's wrong. Like if you steal somebody's stuff, man, I think we should be better, but we should be better as a society if there's clear-cut evidence of somebody steals somebody's stuff. Then it should be kind of common sense or common knowledge that if that person wants their stuff back, they should be able to get it because the person who stole it is in the wrong in the first place. Like to me, if you go steal something, you wrong. Now, again, I don't think you should be shot down and killed for something, but it's just a dicey situation.
Say you catch a purse snatcher. Somebody snatch a purse, runs, jog, gets 100 yards away. You finally catch him and you give him 2-3 good licks. Bust him in his motherfucking face just to let him know, bro, what you just did was wrong. Like you said, ain't nobody taking him out back and shooting him. But I'm a punch you in your face 2 or 3, 4 times like a movie style too. Punch him in his face 2, 3 hard times. Let him know, like, you just don't do this shit. Man, you go to jail for some shit like that today.
Especially if you stealing, because if you steal my purse or my wallet, you stealing my ID, my identification, and I can't go back because if I don't have my identification, then what? You know, but on to, you know, that, like you say, I like what you just said. It's all based on the times, right? So based on the time, people would be like, oh my God. But based on another time, it wouldn't. So I've been seeing a whole lot of things, man. And I've been seeing this whole thing where a lot of females are like hitting dudes or beating up dudes. And I kind of don't like it. So I want you to check this out and give me your thoughts on it.
Like
real quick,
violence? Is that what we talking about?
No, just fighting in general. In this particular situation, we have it says, and I'm repeating something like it says a big girl beats up.
It would have to say big girl too. Girl beats up boy at lunch.
A big girl beats up a boy at lunch because he called her fat back, and his girlfriend came over there to beat her ass. So
hold on. Read this one time. Hold on. Back it up. I'm still having a hard time understanding the caption. Hold on.
Okay,
girl beats up boy at the lunch. Okay, girl beats up boy at the lunch because he called her a fatback. Okay, called the big girl a fatback, and his girlfriend came over there to beat. Okay. I get what's going on here. Roll the footage, baby. Roll that footage.
Let's check it out. Let me make the screen a little big. Check this out.
Oh man. Lunch at high school was so fun, bro. Hit him with the Stone Cold Stunner.
I have a lot of issues, but I'm gonna let you go first.
I mean, shout out to old buddy girl for jumping up, getting her like that. I mean, look, you know, his let me take it back to square one. You calling somebody some names, in this case, fatback, don't matter what it is. I mean, sometimes it should be funny, not gonna lie. But if you got the nerve or the audacity to throw something out there, nothing's bothering you for whatever, you throw some shade out there, even if it's in retaliation, you better be expecting some more retaliation. So in this case, you call a woman by a name like fatback, you might expect something coming your way. So be ready for that. That's one. But now all of a sudden you got old buddy girlfriend stepping up to fight the chick. Man, look. Shout out to her for standing up for her man, even though he might be the one that deserved to get slapped off some name calling. I don't know. But the fact that, because here's one thing you got to recognize. Even if, I don't know, a man throwing shade at a woman like that, if she was to come back, is he going to refrain himself from trying to hit a woman? I know you talked about like women who really, girls or women who think they can really hit men, or the ones who try to hit men thinking or knowing that another man's not going to hit back. And if he does, they act surprised. So in this case, you got to be expecting some hands being thrown. You're going to throw some name calling like that. But the point I'm trying to get at with old buddy girlfriend stepping up, hey, you got to recognize if your man ever gets into it with a woman over whatever reason, the woman should recognize, like, my man can't really throw hands. He shouldn't throw hands. Let me step up and see if I can handle this bitch. It depends who's in the wrong or whatever. But if it's just over some name calling at lunch, then now you got immaturity setting in or whatever. But I guess the girlfriend jumping in, I like that you had the woman on woman essentially. And that the girl on girl, that let that fight happen out. Because now we got a disagreement. But I'm glad old buddy didn't have to be in the middle of that scuffle. But still, you throw some names out there like that, you better be ready for something to come back, shawty. You better be ready. She was about that action. She wouldn't appreciate being called a name. If that's the trigger. I mean, we always catch these videos. You never know what was happening 2 or 3 minutes before the video started. You never know on that. So that's another situation. But with just the video evidence we have, she wasn't about that. She about that action. And both of them was about that action. The next thing you know, you got a scuffle. It is what it is.
Absolutely. So, and I feel you on a lot of your points, but for me, I take this type of stuff very seriously. And this type of stuff really angers me to the core. Because when I'm not in names of in for calling people anything. But that's the famous phrase that sticks and stones may break my bones, words will never hurt me. And people say action speaks louder than words. But in a society, we let words have more power than actual actions. Meaning, like my famous phrase is, I can do 99 good things for a person and say one thing wrong, and I'm the worst person. I don't even have to do something wrong. I can slip up and say something wrong after all the good I've done, and I'm just the worst person in the world. So in a society that people say actions speak more than words, I never see that, because people let words speak more than actions, in my opinion. And what I dislike about this particular video is we see, and what angers me more is I'm not a proponent of nobody hitting nobody. And I'm a proponent of, if somebody hits you, you hit them back. I don't care if that's man or woman. I don't care. Personally, if somebody decks me in the face, like, I should have every right to hit them back. Being a woman shouldn't matter. Being a man shouldn't matter. Like, if we talk about equality and fairness, right? But people always want to play victim when it doesn't favor them. So equality doesn't matter when you talking about you strike me and I strike you back. Oh, there's no equality anymore. You get what I'm saying? That doesn't matter because I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, what I found very disturbing was the girl was beating up the young man, and the teacher and other people were laughing. The young man was a great young man, and now he's like, I'm not going to hit the young lady back, right? I'm going to just go like this. But the fact that she was hitting him and she was smiling and everybody else was like laughing and going, hoorah. The teacher was there too. The teacher wasn't doing nothing either, bro.
All the outsiders going to encourage that shit. We as long as nobody whip out a weapon, we want to see that. Why you think I'm a boxing and MMA fan? We all secretly combat sports fans. As long as it's just fist involved, we want to see it from the outside. If we ain't involved, correct, we want to see that shit.
But listen, but when his girlfriend comes, again, I'm not going to even bring the racial component into it because it looked like white chick hitting the black chick. But when the black girl comes and she starts beating up, not everybody's like, oh my God, stop. Why you doing it now? You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, when she started hitting him, you should have the teacher should have broke it up. But the teacher let it go on. And everybody else like kikiing and hiding. Everybody should be like, nah, let's not let this happen. And the teacher should have been as well. So that's poor thing. But it's always this thing, to me, what I dislike. People in society gets a thrill of a woman going bust the windows out of his car, flatten his tires, hurting him, hurting the guy. Meaning it's a thrill. She beating the dude up, hurting him, punching him in the face. It's a thrill. If it would have been in reverse, if he would have just changed in reverse, we looking at it differently. You know what I'm saying? What if she was talking about him, call him a fat back or call him something, he did that. Then the reaction is different. You get what I'm saying? So so for me, I don't like that's at a that looks like middle school. It doesn't look like high school yet. So it starts as young as middle school to where these actions are okay for young ladies, young women to do. And I don't want to become a society where this is deemed okay. And I think nobody shouldn't be hitting nobody. And I also think there should be consequences for whoever strikes first. I was always a proponent, and I always hated that if you got into a fight at school, that both of y'all got suspended, even the person who started it and the bully. Like, to me, we shouldn't be rewarding bullies because the person who was being bullied decided to strike back and say, I'm not going to take this no more. So I hate this I always hated, like, I'm like, this dude came hit me first and I got witnesses, but we both getting suspended. I'm in trouble. So I don't like this society where even if you watch basketball, the guy who watch sports, the guy who instigates it never gets caught, but the one who reacts is the one who gets the penalty. What do we say as a society where we can't? Well, we say, okay, they telling you not to react, but they never tell a person don't do it in the first place. You get what I'm saying? So where's the discipline for the people who actually do it in the first place? And that's what I'm more focused on. So that's why I say this really had me disturbed. I wasn't happy when I saw it. I was angry when I saw it. I didn't like it at all, bro. And it needs to be brought to attention more, because this is how things are going in the direction society is going and life is going. These are the things that go on. A woman be like, oh, you can't do nothing to me. You can't hit me. You can't do all this. And those type of things are you being antagonizing. And again, nobody should be hitting nobody. And, you know, so that's just me on that particular situation. And it starts from when kids are young. So if the teacher just sitting back there like this, laughing at the young man that gets hit, don't care about the young man. So, but then she start getting her ass beat by another girl, and it's a different situation. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, you know, I don't like people that pick on people that they know they could pick on. So for me, if you know that as a female, you know that 9 times out of 10 that a man's gonna try to restrain from hitting you, so you take advantage of that. I don't like people who try to take advantage of stuff and other rules. I just in those type of things, I don't like people that take advantage of that. So I wasn't too happy with that. Hopefully this can get fixed. And to me, she got what she deserved, because people can say anything. Just because somebody says something, that don't get you the right to put your hands on nobody, regardless. People can say anything that does not give you the right. I could walk around saying whatever I want to say, but as soon as that person, if you put your hands on the person, you in the wrong. As long, you know, I'm not saying people should stay. I'm not saying people should say anything.
You say some certain things, you better expect them hands to be coming your way.
You should be ready. Yeah, you should. If you expect, you should be ready if you say something. I agree with that. But again, I put it like this, bro. I've come to a point in my life where words don't affect me. I could be out. Somebody could say, I don't acknowledge stuff. Somebody can say, hey, man, hey, you bitch. I'm going to keep walking. Hey, man, your mama this or your wife this. I'm going to keep it pushing.
Hey, yo, bitch.
Let me tell you why you got to keep it pushing. Because I got children at home. Like, I want to live the next day. So I can't let this person who I don't know at all say something to then end up me locked up and I lose my career and I lose my job. See, we don't think about those things, because your job ain't gonna care that person called your wife a bitch, or they say this about. They're not gonna care about that.
When emotions is high, logic is
low. But the police ain't gonna care when the police come to the scene. They're gonna say, what happened? Well, he called my wife a B. They ain't gonna give a fuck. Now, if that person slapped your wife on the ass, you probably have ground to stand on. You see what I'm saying? But you can't let those type of things, you can't let words and these discussions you gotta have beforehand. You can't let words. You do best, hey man, I ain't handling that. I'm about to dip. Or hey, go talk to security, get that person kicked out. Because you can't let words, because when you the person who swing the first swing, because somebody says something, they could sue you. If somebody says something about and I beat the shit out of somebody, they can sue me for everything I have. So now what? So somebody said something for like 2 seconds and I done lost everything. So it's not worth it. And we got to understand to not let words be the all and be all. It's just words.
Facts.
And like I say, I don't answer this stuff anyway. You know, like I don't answer,
I
say certain stuff. I ain't even working. So I would tell anybody.
Don't pay no mind.
Yeah, simple as that. So, whoo, man, this has been a great show so far. Hope y'all enjoying the show. As we start to wind down here, man, what's the nastiest thing you ever done in your life? And on a lighter tune, what's the nastiest thing you ever?
On a lighter tune, what's the nastiest thing you ever? I don't know.
What's the nastiest thing you've ever done? Have you ever stuck your finger in the girl's butt and then licked it? You ever done some shit like that?
No.
What's the nastiest thing you would do for the person you love?
I ain't no telling, man. I mean, that's definitely a hard because right now you talking to a man who ain't in love with anybody but himself, So at the moment, that's a hard one. But if you just want to go on the past, nah, man, I ain't never did no nasty shit like that, man. Like I'm kinky, I'm kinky, but I can promise you. I'm not nasty. I ain't nasty. So I don't know. I had to get that with some thought. But I'm assuming we got somebody here who went straight nasty with it.
Yeah, let me make this video. Let me make this video full screen because it's worth seeing. I mean, I've seen a lot of things in my life. I've done a lot of things in my life. But some stuff, it's crazy how this world can still surprise me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it still surprises me how people still do crazy stuff with all the cameras around now. Everybody has everybody in the world is TMZ nowadays, right? And it still surprises me the stuff that people do. So let's watch this video a few times. I'm gonna just let this
a few times. He said I gotta see it a few times. So let this shit marinate. You know what I'm saying? Let it marinate.
Seconds. I think I can damn near get 3 videos and it's 17 seconds, so I can get it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, check it out, man. Check it out.
First off, my man's over here. Ooh.
I mean, what do you think his hand at, and what do you think is that?
I mean,
but she smelled it though. He didn't smell it. I mean, what do you?
I mean, people's crazy.
But what do you think his hand at? Which part you think is the butt or the other thing? What do you think is it? What do you think she wanted to smell? Like she wanted to see how good she smelled. She thinks she smelled like berries and cherries.
My man said berries and cherries. Man, because look here, and I don't know 100%, but I guess let me give you my thought take on both. I told you I'm kinky. You know, if his hand, if he was down there and his finger was in the pink, okay, if he's down there and his finger's in the pink, and he comes out like that, and like that, I mean, she got to be cool with it. It didn't seem like he's fucking around with her, like I'm messing with her, like let me do this and then I'm gonna do that, and then she's like, get that out of line. It seemed like everything was all cool. But I will say, if his finger was in the pink and he's doing that, and then all of a sudden he pulls it and she does that, I guess it is maybe trying to see what it like. I don't know. Because I guess here's where I'm getting at. if his finger's in the pink and he pulls it out, I guess it could be a test of on supply shit. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with my boy Plies. That pussy smell like water. I want to mention that pussy smell like water. Okay? Or it could smell like something else, which every man has probably experienced at least once in his life. We gonna keep it real on this podcast, bro. We keeping it 100. My man's probably
again,
where
baby.
we have men have, you know, a dick is one thing. It's an appendage. It's out. That thing on women gotta smell. A man wash himself, it ain't no difference than his arms and his legs. If his arms and his legs dirty, you know what it is. But my thing is, it could be a test. He got his finger in the pink. It could be applies. I want a chick that smell like water. Or it could be like one of them bad things we've experienced. If your finger's in the stink and you put that shit in your face afterwards, there's no test. Shit smells like shit. There's a reason why we say it smells like shit. You should, under no circumstances out in public, be putting your fingers in your ass or somebody else's ass and turn around and put it in your face like that. Not the ass. Not the ass. I don't condone the pink in public like that. Hey, last episode we was talking about where we got it on at, where's the most, you know what I'm saying? One of the last episodes, departments, I get it. We've done some kinky shit. I told you. So the pink, I might not condone it, but if under the right circumstances, hey, I got caught by TMZ, so be it. But the stink, you put your fingers in even in your girl's ass. I'm trying to say, nah. Why are you doing that, bro? Why are we doing that here? Why? That's my take. I mean, it was crazy to see, though. You know, but it's crazy that you just doing that and somebody whip out a camera like TMZ. Here we are. Your shit viral. You ain't even know it.
I know you viral and you ain't even know it. And you could actually do that in public. So if you're in public, you can be filmed. So people have to understand.
Be aware of that. You gotta be aware of that.
I think maybe she was cheating with somebody at work, right? And he was doing that to make sure she go home and smell good to her husband.
Hold on, what? Back that up. Back that up. What?
Look. Okay, this is my take on it.
Hold up. What?
Because I can't get past the part. Okay. I'm gonna say it again. Because I can't get past the part of the thing that he stuck his hand in and then she smelt to see how it smells. So my only conclusion would be is they messed around. That's her work husband. And they messed around at work. And he, before they went home or whatever, to their prospective lives, he checked to see if she smelled good going home to her husband. She didn't smell like, funny. Like she been having sex. Maybe she tried to wash it off in the restroom and she did the bathroom wash or whatever. So he was like, let me make sure, before you leave, let me check it and smell it. And when I think
that's a big conclusion. Because you can't determine none of that from the video. Is that boyfriend and girlfriend? Did they first meet? They husband and wife? You don't know none of that from the initial video.
It's the only thing I could think of in regards to
why that would happen.
Like, why would she smell it? Why would you be outside? Like, meaning if he were just playing around with the outside, it's like they feeling it. But in that situation, it doesn't look like it. It looked like there was departing ways in. It looks like they already messed around. So it was like, okay, let me check to see if you're straight before you go home. After whatever they was doing. So she won't. I don't know if you ever saw Baby Boy before. You ever saw Baby Boy? Remember when he gets home and she's like, "Let me smell your dick." And he's like, "Okay," and she's like, hey. "You probably washed it off."
That's
you see what I'm saying?
Hey, right after the fact, a lot of the times that could be a dead giveaway. Unless you fucking with a chick like me implies that pussy smell like water. That don't make it smell like water. You know what water smell like?
Hey.
Nothing. That's why he said it. That's why he said it.
That's how you want it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nothing always. Anyways, I won't get into all that pH balance. You know,
is it a base or is it an acid? We trying to figure out.
Yeah,
right now.
we but again, we don't know which part he was using or he was going in. You know what I'm saying? He could have been
going in with that hand at the moment. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it looked like his hand was more to the top though. It looked like he went down,
but he went in from the back anyway, so he would have had no choice but to come up that way anyway.
No. But what I'm saying is, it didn't look like his hand was down and
underneath.
Under.
You know
like
his hand
was a little high in the
stink. He looked like he was in the stink. He didn't look like he was in the pig. He looked like he was in the stink.
Like he was in the stink.
That stink.
I mean.
It's a fine line. It's a fine line, but I don't. But that's why I told you what I told you. You know, the pink is a test. Just exactly what you said. If we just messed around a little bit ago, the pink is a test. If it smell like this or if it smell like that. The stink, you getting one, it smell like shit. Like, I mean, now at this point, you trying to smell, are we trying to smell the severity of the shit? Did you shit yourself? And then at this point, now we getting out of control because it's like, why is you gonna let a dude stick his hand down his pants? You shit yourself.
Couldn't she check herself? Like, couldn't she just put her hand in there and smell it herself?
Hey, we should have asked that question first. Why is you letting him stick his hand down there? Why didn't you stick your own hand down there? Touche.
I don't get this. Or maybe she just wanted to see how she smelled after he was messing around with it.
That's why I say with the pink. After the pink, I get it. Totally understand. Weird, but I understand. If you rubbing your fingers all in that booty crack, there's no reason. There's no reason why you should be coming straight up with it and going to your face with it. Right?
That was just weird. Well, in other news, Beyonce just came out with a new song.
Queen B.
You heard it? You heard it yet?
Nah, I ain't fucking Queen B in a minute.
It was a country song called Texas Hold'em.
Queen B.
You haven't heard
a country song?
Beyonce. I'm not gonna call her
officially
Queen B,
country. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I give her respect. Just because I call you Queen, I call T.I. the king. That don't mean he was the best rapper alive.
You want to hear a snippet of it? A Queen B song?
Let's do it.
I can play a snippet. I can play what, like less than 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, because we got to get out of here. We about to they got a lot of fights tonight. I believe my man Jake Paul is the co-main event.
Oh yeah.
Just man, you know, there's a few fights tonight. A lot of things going on. Anything else you want to cover tonight, man?
Nah, man, that's about it. A lot of big things going on, you know, golf season. That's why one thing for me, myself, you know, being a sports connoisseur, football season ends, golf season heats up. Shit about to get real. On these Sundays, I know people used to watching them Super Bowls and them NFLs on Sunday Showdown. Wait for this golf, though. Wait for it. I'm going to keep y'all up to date, though. Be ready.
Yeah, my man AD on that golf stuff. On that golf stuff hard, y'all. I mean, I leave that. You know, I'm a casual golfer. Hey man, we gotta get on the golf course, man. We gonna have to set that up, man.
You don't want to see.
I gotta practice.
You don't want to see me.
I listen.
You saw me at Top Golf. You saw me at Top Golf, though. Your boy out there showing out. You know what I'm saying? Just banging them in the hose. No pun intended.
Listen, I just want to have a good time, man. You know, everything ain't. You know, I just want to have a good time. Have a good time with my dog. We on the course. Obviously, I'm gonna get better. Hey, I don't want to see you on the golf course. You don't want to see me on the court. We squared. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, last time we played
to the court. Like, who won? Who won? Yeah.
You gonna act like we didn't play a bet? You didn't gonna act like we didn't. You gonna act like we didn't play a best of 7 series to 12 and you beat me in game 7? We gonna act like it didn't go down like that?
Is this your team or your daddy's team? Answer me right now. Who bust that ass?
He said, it's your team. He said, now get on that bus, son. Straighten up that tie.
Get on that bus. Straighten up that. Indeed, straighten up that tie, son. Hey, if y'all don't know what we're referring to, remember the Titans. To me, the best sports movie ever made. That's my opinion. Ain't nobody gonna ever change it from me.
Sports
Fight
movie?
me over it.
Hey, that needs to be next, man. We always don't tell me. I'm telling you, I got the movie buff right here. Got the best, greatest movies of all time. We need to hit him with these scores and these reviews when we have these new Hollywood theaters coming out. I'm telling you, these reviews need to be popping on them. I'm a true fucking with your boy and any of the listeners. When it comes to movies, your boy #1 A+ critic right here. I know what it takes to make a great movie and good music. Entertainment business right here. Holla at your boy.
So you want to?
I'm ready for it.
Do a top 10 movies of all time?
However, we can do top 10 movies of all time. How we feel, because when it comes to that, because again, I think we got personal favorites, and then we have what we recognize as great material, but it's not, our cup of tea. I will recognize great material like a sports in the top 10 play. I don't like soccer, but when I see a sports in the top 10 playing soccer, I could tell you when that bad bump, that was a bad play. Same thing with a good movie. Well, it might be a topic or something that I might not indulge in, but I recognize a good movie when I see it.
Well, I think that's what people need to understand, and you're right about that. So if we ever did a top 10 movie list, it would be the top 10 that we can agree on that's all time the best, and we could do a top 10 personal favorite, because my favorite movie is not a box office hit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So and I hit you with my favorite, all time neither. Same thing.
Yeah, you give your personal favorite, and I think that's why a lot of things get mixed up with when people like doing like debates, like they doing a debate based on too many other things. You know what I'm saying? Like your personal favorite versus. And my thing is, when people talking about something, like who are you to tell somebody like they're wrong based on who they believe is their top 5? Like, like somebody be like, oh, that's blasphemous, or you wrong to keep somebody out the top 5, but it's my personal favorite. So
correct.
But we about to check out this song real quick.
I say that one Lipped. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit more country.
This ain't Texas. No, hold 'em.
That's just a little snippet. What you think
about
that?
Snippet, damn, you gonna cut off the vibe? Hey, I'm downloading that bit right now. I'm downloading that bit right now.
And you got copyright issues, man.
I know how it is.
Yeah.
You know how this shit be. You know what I'm saying? We gotta deal with the legal woes and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Any you want to leave us with?
Last positive note to all my brothers out there. You catch your girl in a situation that my man caught his girl in on that video, walk away immediately. Don't even whip out the camera or the phone. Go. Be with yourself. That's it. I'll leave it at that.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Don't complain. Don't talk negative. That's average people talk normal. Average people talk problems. The greats talk solutions. Average people use their time to whine and complain. Average people say it's their boss' fault. It's their mother's fault. I used to be average. I used to say, when is my daddy coming to get me? When is my biological father going to come in my life? And while I would talk like that, I ended up getting kicked out of school. And while I talk like that, I ended up being homeless. And while I talk like that, I was broke. And then one day I woke up and said, Eric, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to get you. But you can go to the library and get yourself. There is no tomorrow.